Welcome to the Sleep Stories channel by UZZ. I am delighted to share a new story with you. Before we begin, please take a deep breath and relax your body. Then, find the most comfortable position for yourself and get ready to soar into the universe of stories. Mr. Border Collie is one of the top clockmakers in this small town. With his shop filled with all kinds of clocks, classical, modern, minimalist, intricate, each one a masterpiece crafted with care. Yet, the most eye-catching item in the shop is a carefully displayed pocket watch in the showcase. Its casing broken like old bark, and its dial marred and worn. One day, Mr. and Mrs. Parrot walked into Mr. Border Collie's shop. Having heard of Mr. Border Collie's excellent reputation in town, they sought his help to repair an old wall clock in their home. Upon entering, they explained their needs and then started looking around the shop. It wasn't long before they were drawn to the pocket watch. Mrs. Parrot softly asked Mr. Border Collie why he kept the seemingly irreparable watch. Mr. Border Collie revealed a meaningful smile, explaining that the pocket watch held a special significance, as it once belonged to a young couple whose story he cherished deeply. Curious, Mr. Parrot asked if Mr. Border Collie would share their story. Nodding, Mr. Border Collie began his tale while working on the old wall clock. He recounted that many years ago, a young couple lived in the town, brimming with love and laughter every day. On one anniversary, the young man decided to give his beloved a special gift, so he came to Mr. Border Collie's shop and ordered that pocket watch. He carefully chose the material for the case, selected the finest craftsmanship, and even engraved their names and a heart on the dial himself. However, life is full of twists and turns, and an accident soon plunged them into the agony of separation. Mr. Border Collie paused his repair work and sighed, revealing that not long after, a family crisis forced the young man to leave the town for a bigger city. He could only bid a hasty farewell to his beloved, who was then engulfed in the vortex of memories, longing for their beautiful past. One accidental drop from a height left the pocket watch nearly shattered. Despite its broken state, she couldn't bear to part with it. 2 years later, the young man achieved some success abroad and realized he still yearned for her. Finally, he decided to return to the town. Mrs. Parrot, filled with anticipation, asked if they eventually reunited. Mr. Border Collie nodded with a smile, affirming that they did reunite one evening after a rain shower. Their tears and laughter intertwined in the sunset, as if the heavens had washed away their past sorrows. Later, the young woman approached him, hoping to repair the pocket watch. He accepted her request, although he couldn't fully restore it. He believed the watch's imperfections and were made it precious. It witnessed a sincere love, recorded their sweetness and steadfastness, and still shone with a unique light despite all the accidents. Afterward, as a blessing, he crafted a more exquisite pocket watch for them. They left the original with him, so he carefully placed it in the showcase. Whenever someone inquires about the watch, he shares this story, allowing every listener to feel its power and understand the importance of cherishing the present. Mr. Border Collie's words gradually ceased as he continued repairing the wall clock, his craftsmanship skilled and graceful, like a dance, with every movement smooth and precise. Mr. and Mrs. Parrot watched him, their eyes sparkling. Mr. Parrot suddenly asked if Mr. Border Collie could reveal the couple's names. With a meaningful smile, Mr. Border Collie replied that the names could be his, hers, or theirs. Mr. Border Collie bowed his head and resumed his work on the wall clock, while the pocket watch lay quietly in the showcase, reflecting the crystalline passage of time.